Hi everybody, welcome. And on the 4th, 5th July, we've got a lunar eclipse at 13 degrees and 37 minutes of Capricorn. Got a lot of Capricorn going on at the time of the eclipse. And lunar eclipses are often a time of things coming to a head, something coming to fruition, something coming to completion. It would be very valuable if you could find where in your chart is 13 degrees of Capricorn. And then you can see which life area is being activated and really look at two life areas, where the eclipse is happening and also the opposite side. Because a lunar eclipse, we've got the sun opposite the moon, so both those houses are going to be activated. You can get a free mini reading and chart from my website, yourastrologysigns.com. If you just go under reports, and at the beginning, the first one is free. And you click onto that. So regardless of that, somewhere in your chart, you've got this Capricorn energy. And this Capricorn energy has to do with where do you need some good structure? Capricorn is about structure, is about organization, is about doing something that works, that is tangible. So, for example, for me, I find that a structure that works for me is to always say a little prayer before I do a reading for somebody and before I do any videos, especially the live videos. Just to say a prayer that may the highest come through me and may it be of the most value to all the souls that connect and listen or watch it or hear it. I find that my prayers, I pray 3 times a day, usually, sometimes more, sometimes twice. But I find that gives me a structure to my day that's very positive. So I'm looking now, as we approach this full moon lunar eclipse in Capricorn, are there any new structures that I need to introduce that will help me to be really more productive, to be more useful? Could I be more organized so that my time, because Capricorn rules time, how can I use my time more effectively? And you might want to think about that too. This eclipse is conjunct to the North Node in Gemini, and Gemini has to do with your thinking patterns, your thinking mind, becoming much more conscious at the time of this eclipse of your obsessive thoughts. What are you obsessing about? What are you thinking about? Are they positive things? Are they things that are pulling you down? And to become much more conscious of the way your thoughts affect everything. Your physical health, your physical well-being. It's been proved scientifically, apparently, that if you have a wound or a cut somewhere and you have an argument with somebody, that cut takes a lot longer to heal than if you have harmony and peacefulness around you. And because at the time of this eclipse, we've got Mars square to Mercury retrograde, Mars in Aries, there could be frustrations coming up. You may have somebody angry around you or cross with you. Are you going to react violently, or are you going to be able to take a step back and say, I'm not going to get caught up in that type of energy? Because you know how it is, Mars in Aries, that energy can escalate. And then all of a sudden you've got a lot of people who are angry together. You've seen it on the street, on the road sometimes, yes? Maybe a couple will have a bash, a little bash in the road, and then somebody else comes out and somebody shouts at somebody, and another one shouts at someone else, and all of a sudden you've got fisticuffs in the street. So it's going to be important to remember, to the best of your ability, to go out with a positive thought mindset. That doesn't mean ignoring what's going on around you, but just catching yourself if you're getting caught up in somebody else's negative emotion, especially anger or frustration. You might want to notice as well, when am I getting myself, frustrated about something that really is not so important? Somebody sent me a gift, actually, of a piece of jewelry from America, and it got stopped in customs in Greece for the last 2 and a bit weeks, been going on with, let me prove this and prove that and write this and write that. And just today, I got a note back saying that I would have to pay some 300 euros to have this gift delivered, that this was all the customs and duties. So I found myself writing an angry email. I was writing in capital letters, and that's angry, yeah? I was writing to this woman who was dealing with it at the courier. Please return it. Would you want to pay for a gift? All that reactive energy came up. And then I felt myself, it felt really icky. I felt really, I thought, no, let me phone this lady. So I rang her up and I said, hey, look, I hope you understand, but it's a gift. She said, of course I understand. I understand completely. And of course we'll send it back. And she said, I'm really sorry. I said, you know what, you've handled this really well. Give me your manager's address and I'm going to send a positive email about the way you've handled this, even though it didn't have a very positive outcome. And I did just that. And I really got to thinking, hey, who are the people who are on the front end of anger? People in waiting, in surgeries where you've got to wait, people who deal with customs types of things. These people are on the front line, often receiving a lot of anger. So can we turn that around at the time of this lunar eclipse and begin to see and notice where we're fighting one another? And we need to create new structures where the first modality is not to go into fight, but to go into awareness, conscious awareness. That this is another soul, this is another person that I'm working with, deeper than the business, deeper than the stuff. And can I connect to that? And you'd be amazed that when you do connect to that, how different the outcomes are and how things turn out miraculously much more peacefully. So I think we're being challenged around the area of peacefulness and harmony, and we certainly will be, because Mars is going to be in Aries for 6 months instead of its usual 5 or 6 weeks. So this energy is going to be an opportunity, I feel, especially as it's going to go retrograde in September till November, to really rethink the way we use this indignance, this ego energy that pops up. So I think it could be very positive. And I'd like to finish with a quote by Eleanor Roosevelt, who said, "When will our consciences grow so tender that we will act to prevent human misery rather than avenge it?" And I think that quote really encapsulates the energy of Capricorn, of new structures, of respect between one another, and not looking for avenge and revenge. So I wish you a wonderful lunar eclipse. May you create important new structures that empower you, because we've got Pluto, Saturn, Jupiter all in Capricorn, which has to do with empowerment. And we can also, through our thinking, empower the powers that be in our countries to be able to act with honesty, with decency, and with integrity. Thank you very much for listening. I look forward to your comments and your feedback. Bye for now.